Hello everybody, I'm Bill Batson from Batson Enterprises. You're on Blank Talk, and I'm here with
Eden Batson from Batson Enterprises.
my daughter. So today's going to be a little bit different, like we try different things all the time. Some new modifications of some blanks and things like that. But first of all, we'll start with a little housekeeping. You got some housekeeping?
I do. I have a couple housekeeping things. We have a following on YouTube of people who watch Blank Talk when we post it up there. And they have been a little sad that they've missed out on some of the giveaways because they don't get to watch live. So on the 12th, we're going to be experimenting with a YouTube Live. If you want to be a part of that, why are you making that face?
I don't know. It's just different. You know me, I don't like change.
No, but we want to make sure that we get out to everyone. So if you want to be a part of that, you want to be notified about when we're going live, and you want to see it on a different platform, be there on the 12th. Our YouTube is Batson Enterprises. Super easy. You'll find us. Just click subscribe and then click the notification button to get notified when we go live.
Thank you, Eden. Eden's going to be leaving. We're going to bring somebody else in here in a minute. So if you want to go switch mics and give your mic to Karry. Today we got Karry Batson coming in. Everybody knows Karry Batson. He's my cousin. We've been working together for the last 25 years in this industry. He's going to come in. We've had some different things happening in our neck of the woods, and so I thought we'd make a little episode out of it. So, Karry. There's my cousin Karry. Everybody knows who Karry Batson is. So I'm going to leave it up to Karry. He's going to share some things with you today, and then after he's done, then he's going to go back to work, and I'm going to share a few more things. So, Karry, let him know what we're doing here.
Yeah, Bill wanted to talk about extensions. I think you did something different last time. Were you cutting blanks?
Yeah, I was cutting blanks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're kind of going the other way on that part.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. Why would you want to extend a rod blank?
Exactly.
Why would you? I mean, that's the biggest question.
No, sure.
Well, when you have 500 rod blanks to choose from, why don't we have 1,000 rod blanks? Okay.
We have over 1,000.
By extending them,
right.
you can have 1,000.
Exactly.
Downside to that is you have to have extensions. That's
Yep.
the hardest part about it.
Finding the right pieces.
Absolutely. So just kind of show you how I do it. Luckily, we have all this inventory to choose from.
Yep.
It's easy for me to do it, but for the most folks, it's very difficult. So the main thing is a lot of guys want, what we don't have.
Sure.
13.5, a 13.8,
right.
14.2.
Right.
Yeah, we all know shipping, 9-footers, impossible, stupid, ridiculous,
Yep.
expensive. So we're cutting to 7.10. So
exactly.
8.5, 8.4. It's all possible as
Yep.
long as you have the right tools to extend.
Yep.
I think the first step is finding the mandrel, the extension, the blank, basically, that has no flex.
Right.
That's kind of key to this. If you have a blank that has too much flex and you extend that on the rear end, it's going to bend. And it's, and you have stiffness in the mid and you have a bending in the back end. That's what I always find is the hardest part, is find the stiff. So the stiffest piece is very important for extensions, in my opinion.
Some people are using dowels even, right, cuz?
I wouldn't use a dowel.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but I know they have in the past.
I've never used a dowel.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you would use. A dowel, would break.
You would think so, right?
I don't know. Yeah. So use carbon where you would get it. I just talked to one of our clients, and he says that I just buy 2 blanks. The customer wants to charge them for that extra blank to extend it, and so it's not going to be cheaper, less expensive, but it's cheaper than shipping, a 9-foot rod, one piece, about $130 in freight. So sometimes you got to buy 2 blanks.
Okay.
Luckily, we don't. I do cut and trim a lot of different blanks, like Bill was doing before. He was trimming blanks down. Save those pieces. Throw them in a little garbage can or whatever. We have a garbage can over here for when we trim blanks. That's where I usually grab stuff from.
Yep.
Pacific Northwest right now, we have a no fishing from boat for steelhead. All of our steelhead rods right now, personally, are 10.5 feet long. In the boat, it's perfect. From the bank, you're down below the water, trying to hold your rod tip up in the air. Sometimes the 10.5 isn't long enough, so I went ahead and extended our 10.5s to 11.9s, basically by putting a rear grip on an extension. This happens to be 14 inches onto the full blank. This is a 1263 XST 1263, sliding the reel seat down to the end, gluing the foregrip, gluing everything in, and then just a simple extension that's going to glue right in here into this, and then done. You never even know. difference is going to be is this butt section is going to be longer than the tip section. I'm okay with that because it does actually protect the tip section more when it's in two-piece because it's not sticking out longer. And then that's going to give you that extra 14 inches, which is huge.
Yes.
Does it affect the blank durability? It could. The blanks aren't designed to be extended, so they're power flex as the lengths that they are. So I just maybe be more careful high sticking across the board anyways.
Yeah.
When you extend a blank, because it's not designed to be that much longer. Pulling the power, you're creating a different power flex in the actual blank. But so same thing with the center pin guys. They always want longer rods.
Yep.
So
so this is one that you've extended on a center pin?
Yeah, this is a switch rod blank.
I'm going to check your mic really quick. We got one comment saying that it sounded like you weren't there all the way.
Am I there now? Can you hear me now?
Is it plugged in all the way?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Anyways, this is
back to center pin.
Yeah, center pin, 10'8" switch rod blank. It's a fly rod blank. We converted into a center pin. Pretty common for fly rods and spay rods. Wanted it to be a little bit longer, so I basically put an extension here in the end. So there's a little step down in that OD right there. So I'll tape arbor that when I slide the grip on.
To make it square.
Yeah,
all
so
the way
it's
through.
square, and you don't have soft spots in here. The
Yep.
extension might be this much longer, so longer is better for float fishing. So pretty common for extending. This was kind of a fun build. This rod blank was at 7 foot, and I needed it to be full length, but I found that this rear grip was too short for me.
Oh, okay.
Especially
So
for
after
armpit.
you built it, after the fact, you built it,
Yeah.
and then you figured it was too short. Because that'll happen with clients too.
Yeah.
You know, you'll build a rod for somebody, and he'll pick it up, and he'll go, "Oh, it's a little short in the back end." So,
Yeah. So I basically just cut it off right there, the butt cap off, and then threw another extension in there, added a piece of EVA grip with the same OD, and glued it in there and made it overall 12 inches on the back, or I think this is 13 and a half now.
Yep.
It's like an armpit it.
that looks like that rod's been used a couple times.
Yeah, yeah. This is a 700 250
Oh,
great live
great.
bait rod, great,
Everything.
Jig rod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full purpose bolt rod.
Yeah.
Close up of
Oh, the outer diameters. So when he said outer diameter, see, this is at 1.04,
Yeah, it's
Right.
107, I think.
107. And then, so when he looks for an extension, he wants it to be clean through here. So when he added it, he just wants to make sure the outer diameters match. And the outer diameter of the butt cap matches perfect too. So nice and smooth, clean transitions.
So just another example of why you extend. This happens to be an Immortal popping blank. They only come in 7.6.
Uh-huh.
I'm a big fan of 7.10s for river fishing again. I want to have the nice lift and the jig, working around the bow of the boats when you're in the back. Nice to have a little extra length. 7's a little short for me. Love the blank. Love that material. It's hard to beat the RX-8
Yep.
overall durability as well as sensitivity, but short.
Right,
So I added, 4 inches.
right.
And that's what this is. So this is an extension.
It was a 7.6 that you made 7.10.
Yep, I just slid the winding check all the way down, AWCCO to the bottom
Yep.
of the blank, made sure that OD fit there, and then just built this little extension piece with the carbon grip, the triangle fighting butt, glued it into the end. You don't even know it. So now it's
Custom rod building at its best, right?
Yeah, now it's a 710. So again, 500 rod blanks. Now we got 501.
Yeah,
So, just
more than that, but yeah.
But just saying.
Yeah.
So it's this one here. This was the rod that actually fished. I don't think Sean O'Connell was on this trip. John
Sauché.
and Sean Cliff, you and me,
Right.
and I don't know. We hit a bump or something happened, and somebody hit the rocket launcher and snapped.
Snap the back end off?
Yeah, snapped the butt off. So
Right.
what I did on this one is I just cut it right here at the very end where the winding check was originally.
Uh-huh.
Built this extension here, glued it right into here. Done.
Because that happens a lot. Somebody will fall on their rod and they'll break it
Especially
back here.
split grip stuff.
Yeah, especially the split grip. So they're breaking it back here. Instead
And
of
the
throwing
rocket
the whole rod
launchers.
away, you're just making an extension.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love this little rod, and it was already built as a skeleton form anyways.
Right.
But even if it wasn't, you needed a full grip, you could do it a full grip, just like we did with this one.
Right.
Not necessarily extending it, but
Right.
repairing it.
Right.
So
So yeah, the repairs. Yeah, I was going to go over a little bit of the repairs and why we do things like that. So extensions. I mean, a lot can be done. Like you said, now our 500 rod blanks just went to 550.
yep.
So adding here and there. I like this one, and it's out of necessity. Like this one, we needed this one, right?
Yep.
We didn't want to design a whole new blank, but we needed that 11.9. You know, it was.
Well, we've got the 1324, but it's
But
a little
not-
bit too much power for steelhead
This
fishing.
is the 3 power.
So basically, we made that same rod out of the 1263,
Exactly.
or XST 1263.
Yep.
And that's kind of what we did. Cool thing is that you can reuse your tip.
Right.
Especially with this design, the way I have it, you're going to put an extra guide on this butt section,
Yep.
but the guide space and the way I designed this one, you can reuse your tip if you want to. So
Sure.
it's kind of cool. So when you do go on a boat, you just use your butt, just like kind of a unibutt, short curve, regular curve. That's kind of this with steel
Match
rods.
out the tips.
Right.
I want to go
right.
back to my 10 and a half footer, so I'll just take the tip off of this one and put it on my 10 and a half.
Exactly. I mean, that's kind of was my point to it, but then I grew into, well, I need more rods, so I just built the full rods.
Right.
Yeah. Added to the.
Yeah. And I know a lot of guides, especially in our area, since the boat deal happened, right? That they wanted to be able to have their clients have an edge, right? And this gives you an edge when you're fishing off the bank.
Yeah.
A little extra length.
Yep. The bank space.
Yeah, especially with the float fishing, because like you said, you got to have that rod up out of the water to keep your line on your float.
Yeah. Yeah. A little long for the boat, in my opinion, but when you're fishing for the bank, they're always on the other side. I don't know why that is. They're always over there. It's not. Well, not right here, but to take the boat away from you.
Yep.
That's the whole purpose. Is it cuts down 50% of the whatever they call them.
Yeah. And
the encounters.
The encounters, right? And also, at the same time, when you're riding in the boat, you have to actually go past the hole to get into some soft water, so you end up having to fish higher up, right? And you can only walk so far sometimes, and that length gives you a better casting.
Yeah, it was fun with the Gale Forest girls. I was just watching that video again about this time last year, explaining the mending and the high sticking and the free spooling, and now they could probably imagine doing that wading and not in the boat.
Right, different.
Got to need a little longer rod.
Most definitely.
So we're going to do all that stuff. So
most definitely. Jeff, anybody have any questions out there?
Not yet. Some interesting comments. So Tim Snyder was saying that he uses golf club shafts.
Yep.
Spare golf club shafts
Sure.
for his extensions.
Yep.
And then we just got a question right now. Will this be available later on YouTube? Absolutely.
Most definitely. Jeff's asking, a couple of people commented, somebody said they're using golf shafts, which is great. You can use golf shafts. I know that they have make your own golf clubs, so you could probably go on some website where you make your own golf clubs and buy golf club shafts to use for extensions. And somebody else is asking if we're going to have this on YouTube. Yes, we're going to have this on a YouTube as soon as we can download it, probably by next week. And this will also be up on the Batson's page for a while, so you can go right to our Facebook page and just click on it and then find out what you need to know from this episode. So, all right. Well, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, a lot of different things we can do. So, Karry's a wealth of knowledge. If you ever have any questions, just call and ask him.
Call Bill's cell phone. Call his cell phone.
We're not going to go there. Bill doesn't answer his cell phone very much. What's your email again? Anyways, thanks, Cuss.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, cool. All right. Karry is a wealth of knowledge. I mean, he's, one of the main guys in this industry. He's been around a long time. And like I said, he's here every day. He's been here every day for the last 25 years. We sit next to each other, and we wouldn't be the company without him. So, and he's an awesome fisherman. So people come in from all over the world to go fishing with Karry. Hey, is Clifford coming in?
It'd be about 3 o'clock, I think.
All right. Yep. We got Fishing with him
5 days. So.
Nice. We got Clifford Weedman coming in. He's been a big fan, supporter, Stanley Jigs, friend and family for a long time. He'll be coming in today. We're going crabbing tomorrow morning.
Yep.
And then hopefully the rivers will come back into shape, and then they can get out on the rivers.
Are we going to do a crab feast?
We'll probably do a crab feast tomorrow, yes. I heard the weather's going to be nice, too. We're going to get some sun, and not like yesterday. Somebody said they got 2 inches of rain at their house yesterday. John Carver. Yeah.
It was raining yesterday.
It was raining yesterday. So, a lot of good information. I wanted to share a couple of things also. Karry mentioned that one time where they broke the back end of a rod. I know a lot of people put a lot of time and energy into rods. This is a particular one that I saved because it is a cool rod. The rod broke, right? But the handle is amazing. This is a cork composite. This particular one was built by Bob Miser. Bob Miser is a famous spay rod guy. So anyways, he sent this in. The rod had broken. He wanted us to see why it broke, and we figured out why it broke. And anyways, this was a long time ago. I probably had this piece sitting in my collection for a while, but I figured I'd use it today just to show different things you can do. So you want to keep your handle. You want to do different things. I have another example. I'll show you another example here in a minute. But a lot of guys will keep their handles. They'll cut it off. I would pop the butt cap off. And I would find something that would work. A lot of blanks will slide up through here. I think this is the correct one. And then you just would slide a blank up.
Oh, that's genius.
Right? And this one I know it's gonna be pretty long. I measured it earlier. You can cut it off. I like to at least have, 6 to 8 inches throughout here. Mm-hmm. This one would fit. Now I can use my handle again. There's no knock. Means it matches up good.
Yeah.
And if it didn't, you would tape arbor it, and you would glue it in. So you could save your butt sections. And people do that all the time. I know guys that used to buy broken butt sections all the time and then cut it off like that and stick another blank through it, and you just build it.
I have a question.
Yep.
Does this void the warranty for that second blank that you used?
It's questionable. We get very few warranties. So if somebody did something like that, they would, I think most people would take responsibility for it. But if they didn't and they said, hey, Bill, I broke this blank, we'd probably just give them another one. You pay the shipping, we'll probably just send you another blank. I mean, we do very little warranties. Yeah. I mean, we sell 100,000 blanks, and if we had 200 warranties, I would be surprised. Yeah. So, people ask that all the time. What voids your warranty? I mean, cutting a blank. Not much voids your warranty with Batson. I mean, like I said, we have very few warranties. So it's a beautiful rod. He's got the full carbon grip. He's got a $50 Alps trigger reel seat on there. He's got a nice red carbon grip. Broke my rod. Darn it. Finding a blank to fit up through there because the diameters are so small, he couldn't really find one.
No.
So he says, well, shoot, what am I going to do? I said, well, let's take another piece and see if we can ferrule it up. So what he did is he found a piece that fits in. Oh. Right? And you would glue it in. Yeah. Or this particular one is actually, now he's got a 3-piece travel rod. So there's so many things you can do. I mean, we have access to all the blanks and be able to cut and paste and fit and everything. Yeah, but so do they if they buy the blanks. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have the opportunity to do that. So, anyways, find a dealer near you, get the blank you need. Yep. And customize your custom. Yep. So we just saved that nice $100 handle assembly by doing that, right? By taking another $40 or $50 blank, finding the one that fits, and a lot of times you can check the outer diameter of here, and you can cross-reference it to the inner diameter of any blank that we have. What is that tool that you use? The calipers? Yep, the micrometers. The back scratchers? Yeah, no, the micrometers. And we just check the outside of this, check the inside of a ferrule. You can do all of that in the catalog. It'll get you really close. Yeah. And you can trim and cut and paste to fit. Jeff, you have a question?
Not really. Shelly's watching. Say hi to
Oh,
Mom.
hi,
hey, Mom.
Hi, honey. Yep. So that's another thing can be done. So, I mean, all these little things, all these little tips and tricks can be done. We just wanted to share some of it with you. Another one I like, and Karry had done it before, talked about extensions per se. I have a beautiful rod. It's a 7.9 medium light, but I want it to be 8 foot. I would find something. This is a stiff piece of extension, like Karry was talking about. Slides up inside there, and you can see how much there is as far as how much I like to put in there. That's a solid 6 inches. Goes up inside. You would glue it in. This particular one, if you're going to put cork or something like that, you would build up with masking tape, so it would be all the same size. And then you just slide your grip over the top, and now you have I just added 6 inches to a 7.9, so you're at 8'3". Yeah. Should we bring this up a little bit? Yeah, go ahead and show it to them. And pull it out, make sure that people can see it. You want to go back in and out with it a couple times. If I can... Can you pull it out? There it is. You can see. Yeah. And slide it back in. and there's your extension. Right? And you just build up the back end of that extension till it's level with the other part of the blank, and you build your handle right on top of it.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeff?
What's the minimum length you would use for an extension? Is there like a minimum that's safe?
Yeah, I would put a minimum of 6 inches into the back end of any blank. Minimum. I mean, longer doesn't really matter, but the minimum would be probably 6 inches.
Yeah.
You know, so this is about 6 inches, and I wanted to add 6 or 7 inches to the back end. Cut and fit the paste. You're good to go. I push it in hard. There's no ferrule. That means no knock. When I say there's a knock, you would feel it, and if it didn't fit correctly, you would feel the blank knocking up against this back piece. It's called a knocker. But there's no knocking in this one.
If it did knock, you would...
If it did knock, I would put a piece of tape on here.
Until it fit correctly.
Until it fit correctly. Stick it up in there. If it's too much, pull some off, put it in there. Pull some off, put it in there until it fits correctly, until there is no knock.
Okay, and is this one of the ones that you would sand down and then glue?
Yeah, I would scuff this up.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to scuff things up when you glue. Good job. Good job, Eden Sarah.
I think she got a gold star.
Gold star.
Gold star?
Gold star.
Thanks.
We're the gold stars.
I listen to what you say sometimes.
That's good job, Eden. You're picking it up quick.
Thanks.
You're a very smart girl.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah, you do. So anyways, yeah, you would scuff this up, glue it in. I like Rod Bond for almost any kind of gluing that I am using, but I know other people have different tastes, but that's what I use. So anyways, there's my extension.
There's your extension.
Yep. So I think that was pretty much it for today. This is kind of not a real long show,
Yeah.
but hopefully it's been an informational show.
Yeah. I definitely, I didn't even know that this was possible with blanks. So I was just like, okay, just buy a longer blank.
Right.
But
yeah, exactly. You know, because Batson carries, we stock 500 different models under our label, right? And that's everything from our made in USA to our offshore, and other different countries, a couple of different countries.
Yeah.
But we have our portfolio is over 1,200, which means we have 700 blanks that we either private label or we have discontinued because they weren't sellers, but they're always available. People call me up and say, Bill, remember that 1569 Hatteras Heaver you guys used to build, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, well, can I get one? I'm like, you can't get one. If you want 50, I could get you 50. But and a lot of times people will say, Bill, I'll take 10. And what I like to do, Eden's Gold Star, there it is. Eden's getting better. Eden's getting better.
Every day.
What I'll do for special order blanks, people want special order blanks, is I will go ahead and order the 50 and sell Joe's tackle box 10 and then sit on the other 40, which I do a lot of that. And then I'll make phone calls or somebody will call me up and say, hey, Bill, do you have any of these or do you have any of those? And I'll say, hey, as a matter of fact, I do. Actually, I got a phone call yesterday about something very similar to that, and I was able to help our clients out. We have 700 wholesale customers worldwide, active wholesale customers, so
we're doing pretty okay.
we get a lot of phone calls. So I just want to say thank you, everybody. Hopefully you got something out of this. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is bill@batsonenterprises.com. I take emails, and if I don't answer it, I will send it out to one of my team. We have 25 dedicated professionals working here in the facility at all times, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. We do take weekends off. Tomorrow is a weekend, and we're going crabbing.
Yeah.
Yep, like I said, Clifford will be in town.
Happy Halloween.
Whatever.
It's the best. Come on.
Harvest.
Happy Harvest Festival.
There you go. Happy Harvest Festival. Anyways, thank you, everybody. I know that was a shorter than usual today. We will get back at it next week, and hopefully we have much more good information and bend some blanks and talk about some stuff. And
yeah,
we appreciate everybody's support. Have a nice weekend. God bless. Fish on.
Woo.